Android 21 is the next Dokkan Fest coming to JP. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we have the teasers for the next Dokkan festival coming to JP Dokkan. And to everyone's surprise, it is an Android 21. I don't think anybody expected to see this coming, although a few at the end sort of started coming around, and we'll talk about why that is and what we can expect to see in this upcoming celebration on JP Dokkan. So let's go ahead, let's hop in. We have a new android with a secret. Challenge the genius scientist, who is both kind and strong. Stay tuned for the new Dokkan event. So very interesting. Like I said, I don't think anybody really expected this, although I did point out on Twitter, and so did a few others, that they did just return her free-to-play story event on this crossover campaign, which is really weird because they haven't really done that in a while, right? Even last year's Heroes campaign didn't return her event. So the fact that they brought her back this time around kind of led people to believe that there may be something to come with her this time around. So it's here, and there's probably a lot we can expect. But one of the things I'm most excited for is the fact that she is on crossover, which means she can work with a lot of heroes units, most specifically the villain heroes units, right? Like if we look at guys like where is he, the Super Saiyan Rose, right? While he does lead heroes, his conditions are relegated to crossover, meaning if she happens to be a crossover lead, that could really work well for him. Or even if she happens to be on transformation boost, right? If we look at the where is she, right? If we look at the previous Android 21, if it's a transforming 21, right, she goes from good to evil, or from her untransformed state to her evil transformed state, right? We could see her on transformation boost, which would then put her on Rose's 200% leader skill, which will be really good for him. It's just one more unit to help him, right? It's another thing to help for the crossover team, right? One of the big sticking points for me with Rose was the fact that where you want to run them, it ends up disrupting a lot of links. Well, she can help with that, right? She will have big bad bosses, right? She will have fierce battle. She is going to have Fear and Faith, right? Brainiacs. Let's see. Do any of the relevant crossover units have Brainiacs? I'm actually not sure. Let's take a look at this. I don't think so. Mechikabra. So she would help out Mechikabra. She would help out Fu, Cooler. Actually, so she'll be really, really helpful for the Heroes crossover team, because of that link set, right? Having Fierce Battle, having Brainiacs, having big bad bosses, right? She'll really good partner for Fu, because she'll really help out Fu, specifically because, right, Fu's links get disrupted by Rose when you run them two together, so she helps out with that. So honestly, I'm liking the idea of a 21 coming to Dokkan, especially if she ends up leading like crossover or something. But because most of the crossover EZAs tend to happen during Heroes, I don't think the EZAs for her celebration are going to be crossover related, right? If we look at the crossover category here, right? Pretty much all that's left are characters that I don't really think would be too much related to her, right? They could EZA the Toa and the Demigra and the Fizz Mira. Where is he at, right? Could EZA them. I don't see that as likely. They'll probably say that for a Xenoverse campaign if that ever happens. So I think the likely EZAs, if there is to be one from crossover, is probably the free-to-play 21, and then maybe the Goku and Arale, right? Because their event also returns. So I could definitely see those as free-to-play EZAs, but I doubt we'll get much else in the realm of EZAs from the crossover category. Where I do think the EZAs are probably going to come from is more than likely specifically the Androids category. And there's quite a few options here who are due up for an Easy A, right? We have the LR Fizz Androids are due up for an Easy A, and they would make sense to Easy A, not just because it's Android 8, 17, and 18, but because there is a 16, right? And right, we all know the deal with Android 21 and 16, so I could definitely see that being an option, right? We do know that these two Easy A's are in the data. We just weren't sure when they were going to come. Super Trunks seemed the likely place to do it, but then it didn't happen. Future Saga seemed the likely place to do it, but then it didn't happen. Now it's starting to add up. They were saving for this Android 21. But these are going to be sub-Easy A's, right? Because they Dokkan Awaken from the Cell event, I think. Or no. Oh no, they're free to play. All right, so they may have their own battle then. Actually, they may actually have their own battle, awakening battle. Which so that'll be nice, right? It might be a batch Easy A, right? So they could do these guys and maybe like the Int 16, right? This guy, not this guy. This guy, they could Easy A those three as like a batch Easy A. I'm thinking this guy just because he's a 16, and he's a banner unit for the worldwide units, right? The Gohan and Cell, and Gohan has already Easy A'd, so he's gonna have to be. He could sub Easy A, or they could just throw him in as a batch Easy A there, probably, like they did with the Vegito and the Trunks and Mai, right? The other option is a DFE Easy A for the AGL 13. He is due up for an Easy A, right? So we could definitely see him. He would help her out, being both androids and target Goku. Also providing a good amount of links. I think they share... How many links do they share? They share quite a few here. Where is it, right? If we look at the... Where is she? Oh, did I... Where did she go? Oh, right here. It was this page. Here we go, right? So if we go back to her, right, they actually share quite a few, right? They're going to have Fierce Battle, Big Bad Bosses, Fear and Faith, Metamorphosis, right? I mean, that's 5 links right there that they share. And I think Android Assault, yeah, 6 links they share. So wow, okay, really good partner. I mean, that would be the most, that if there was a choice there, it's definitely this guy here. So guys, there's a lot to unpack here, and there's a lot we could see. We don't know anything for sure, and we won't know until the in-game information drops later in probably about 2 to 3 days from now. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. We'll have a video up when any Easy A's get announced, so make sure you guys stay tuned. We'll also try to cover her details when they show up, because I'm actually kind of excited. I'm not really hype for Android 21 herself, not as much as I am going to be for Global's next Dokkan Fest, Super Trunks, but I am excited for what she could bring to the crossover category. That's the big thing I'm excited for here. So guys, that's it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know what are your thoughts on Android 21 being the next Dokkan Fest to come to JP Dokkan. Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.